Want to hit your driver farther without swinging harder? I'm going to show you one tiny move that can add serious distance off the tee, just like Justin Thomas does on tour. So grab your driver and let's get into it. By the end of this video, you'll know how to get more distance off the tee without swinging harder and hit your longest drives ever. So taking a look at the golf swing of Justin Thomas, first thing we're going to look at is his stance width. Too many times we see players that have a very, very narrow stance, and that's great for wedges, but if you really want to hit your driver far, you've got to make sure you've got a nice wide, stable base. This is going to provide you stability to be able to use the ground for leverage, and it's going to help you as you're trying to make a big shoulder turn. Second thing we're going to talk about is as he starts to take the golf club away here, we're going to get to this position in the swing where the golf club or his lead arm is parallel to the ground. What we see here is that if we look at where the golf club is actually positioned, he's not at a 90-degree angle here. He's not really setting the club, so this is getting the club to feel a little bit heavier. In this position, what we'd like to see is we'd like to see a little bit more of a right angle at this point between the club and the lead arm. But obviously at this position, this is something that's working for Justin Thomas in his swing. But one of the big things we run into is people cannot hit drives as far as they want to or get the distance off the tee because of their lack of shoulder turn. So as we get older, we start losing a little mobility in our upper body, and we can't make that turn like we used to when we were younger. So I want you to watch what Justin Thomas does here. As he starts taking the golf club away, look how he allows his head to start rotating and turning off the ball. We've always been told you've got to keep your head really still and keep your eye on the ball. But really, as we watch what happens here, Justin starts turning back, and he allows his head to kind of move away from the golf ball. He's keeping an eye on it. The lead eye is still watching that ball. He's still got an eye on it. But what this head movement does is this allows him to complete a big shoulder turn. So if you're losing distance off the tee and you're struggling and you can't make that shoulder turn, let's start focusing on what we can do to add a little more distance, which is doing exactly what JT does here and allow that head to rotate slightly off the golf ball, which is going to help you get a bigger shoulder turn. And along with that wide, stable base is going to allow you to hit some of your longest drives off the tee ever.